What happens next with England manager search? Lee Carsley's mixed week as England interim head coach has only increased the scrutiny and noise around what happens next in the search for a permanent manager. A disappointing home loss to Greece where Carsley trialled a side without a recognised striker in a bid to be courageous was followed by a 3-1 win over Finland in Helsinki on Sunday. The shock defeat at Wembley, the reaction to his team selection, and Carsley's somewhat confusing media interviews about his future seem to have derailed what had appeared a solid short-term plan for this Nations League campaign. So what happens next? What was the FA's plan? Carsley was appointed as interim coach after Gareth Southgate stepped down in July following England's defeat by Spain in the Euro 2024 final. With a view to remaining in the position throughout autumn, Carsley confirmed he would oversee the 3 international breaks of 2024 and the Nations League campaign, with 6 home and away games against Finland, Greece and the Republic of Ireland. That leaves a 4-month window for a permanent manager to be recruited before the start of World Cup qualifying in March 2025. Carsley's immediate task from the FA was straightforward: for England to win their Nations League group and return to the top tier. The more adventurous way the team played in wins over the Republic of Ireland and Finland in September, and the positive messages from the players about Carsley, many of whom had played under him in the U21s, made it appear as though the job was his to lose, even if the interim coach had publicly played it down. But Carsley has stumbled around his unwillingness to commit to whether he even wants the role full-time, leaving many people asking, if not Carsley, then who? Advertisement. Man TD still to clarify Ten Hag's position. Erik Ten Hag, manager of Manchester United, looks on during the Premier League match between Aston Villa FC and Manchester United FC at Villa Park. Image source, Getty Images. Simon Stone, Chief Football News Reporter. Published the 9th of October 2024. Manchester United's board meeting in London broke up last night with still no clarity over Erik Ten Hag's position as manager, given Ten Hag and his non-international players have taken some time off at the start of the current break. There is no urgency, and United did stress that Tuesday's meeting was pre-arranged. Nevertheless, given all the talk, it would be a surprise if there was no confirmation of what is happening. United's next game is against Brentford at Old. Tuchel agrees to become next England manager. A phenomenal success or utter disaster? Reaction to Tuchel. Set for England turn to Tuchel. Should England's coach be English or best for the job? This will be one of the biggest questions swirling around Tuchel's appointment, but no one can argue the FA have not signed up one of the game's elite figures with a proven track record of success. England's national football team is not an experiment or vanity project. It exists to be successful, to win trophies. This is something the country's men have not achieved for 58 years. So something had to change after the recent near misses under Southgate. Nationality was of no concern when England's women's team won Euro 2020 under Dutch coach Serena Wiegman. It was cause for national celebration. There is an our best against your best argument that carries some validity when framed within international football, but the most valuable currency remains tangible success, and only those with very long memories recall 1966. Well as acting with great dignity and tact when forced into being the front man for a club in meltdown, when owner Roman Abramovich's assets were frozen. In the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Tuchel was a figure of calm and reason, even insisting he would drive a team Buster Lille himself for a Champions League tie in March 2022, if sanctions meant they were unable to fly. The relationship with new Chelsea owner Toddy Boehly was uneasy from the start, as the club employed a scattergun transfer policy. Tuchel lasted exactly 100 days under the regime before he was sacked. Tuchel remained a highly popular figure with Chelsea's fans, who were sorry to see the coach who brought the Champions League back to London dismissed. In his new role, Tuchel will be able to set aside backroom politicking and focus on an area where he is outstanding and proven. and this is what the FA will want with the bold move to go outside their long-standing system in the search for the glory that has eluded them since 1966. If Tuchel delivers, the FA can feel it makes all the angst and outside noise over the appointment worthwhile. So it's no secret that it would be good for the FA if Carsley was to succeed. Before the Greece defeat last week, a senior source at the FA said it felt the process was going well, that smooth transition, following in the footsteps of Southgate, would back the work they are doing at St George's Park to create a pathway for players and coaches through the youth setups into the senior team. FA Technical Director John McDermott and CEO Mark Bullingham are playing a key role in the recruitment process, and after last week's results there will be even more discussion around Carsley's final camp in November. The FA is not commenting or offering guidance either way when asked whether they have conducted any interviews with potential candidates, which is giving space for the media debate about the process and who might be a candidate to rumble on. It is true that most other job recruitment is done in a confidential manner, and the FA believes its process should be no different. The FA has always made clear it wants the best person available, and Pep Guardiola, widely accepted as the world's best coach, is out of contract at Manchester City at the end of the season. He has been linked with the role in the media, but he may yet extend his contract for a fourth time at City, and whether he could be tempted financially by the FA is another question. Tonight before England's match in Helsinki, there were reports former Chelsea manager Thomas Tuchel was in contact with the FA, subsequently denied by his agent. Newcastle manager Eddie Howe is another name linked, along with out-of-work former Brighton and Chelsea boss Graham Potter. On Sunday, Carsley said the England manager should be a world-class coach, but then attempted to clarify that he was not ruling himself out of the permanent job on that basis. Confusion reigns, reflected BBC Radio 5 Live correspondent John Murray, who added, but perhaps only on the outside. Within the FA it smacks of all options being kept open. It is possible Carsley's England could win next month's final, to group matches handsomely, finish top of the group, and win promotion back to the top tier of the Nations League. It's also possible that the top trophy-winning coach that Carsley referred to is either not available now or only will be at a later point. Hence the keeping of all options open. And so on the outside, the guessing game will likely continue into next month.